Alfred Agbesi Woyome was deserving of the scandalous 51 million Ghana cedis. Court of Appeal seems to contradict the Supreme Court as it upholds sacked Justice John Ajet Nassam's verdict that the state did a shoddy job prosecuting him. My friend, a lawyer and acting director of the ISD, accepts full responsibility for bringing Ghana shame on Independence Day. He has lost his job and pride. Why should we not focus on the brilliant and moving speech of the president on the day? We will talk some clote, I always get it mixed up. Clote politics, plus what is seen by some parties as a wrong move by the Electoral Commission to run a pilot vote. This is Newsfile. It's your most authoritative news analysis show. We'll be right back to deal with the vexed matters. Hello, good morning, you're welcome, and this is Newsfile. It is your most authoritative news analysis show, and here on Ghana. On Newsfile, we put Ghana first. Hopefully that we don't bring Ghana any shame. But as I asked in my introduction already, why don't we move beyond this and rather look at the president's brilliant and moving speech? You can challenge that, can you? But it does appear that what I put priority on may not be what you put priority on, and the production will do. Now, I'm not saying that nothing has gone wrong and nothing deserves some bashing of sorts, but let's look at it. The show is brought to you by Bank of Africa, strong as a group and close as a partner. MTN, welcome to the New Wealth Star Assurance. That is your solid partner. They've been celebrating 30 solid years of solid partnership with you. So if you need any insurance products, you know where to go. It is Star Assurance. That is definitely where to go. Now, my guests are here, and some are already in the studio. I think I'd rather wait to get all of them in and introduce all of them to you. Two of them are in here, and two more are supposed to be taking their seats. They are right here within the building. They'll join us right away. Thank you very much once again for joining us. Your comments, your views, particularly your questions, are welcome. 1422, that's a text line. You could also send them to us. Post them on our Facebook wall, or send them to newsfile@myjoyonline.com, and we will share them with the rest of the world. Now, before we get into that, briefly, what's my take today? Today, my take has to do with very simple matters of the Auditor General's report. I think that's the most important thing that we should be paying attention to. The Auditor General's report is replete with repetitions of statements and comments of warning and caution, comments of indictment of public servants and public institutions, replete with a repetition of these. In fact, if you pick one Auditor General's report dating as far back as sometime in the early 90s, and you compare it to what you have today, 2014, the latest one released, you will find the same similar phrases, or a whole lifting verbatim of some of the things that had to be said about the lack of compliance with regulatory, statutory, and all of those things. We are told that the Energy Ministry causes 1.7 billion loss to the state, according to the Auditor General. We are told by the Auditor General that MMDAs, some of them are supposed to collect monies. The Metropolitan District Assemblies, they have rates, property rates they are supposed to collect. They've not collected. In fact, all of them put together, there are some who have not collected at all. There are those who have done all of them put together, barely less than 30% of what they are supposed to collect is what they've collected. And yet, these institutions always are waiting for money to come from central government so that they are able to do their work. Now, if you are a metropolitan chief executive or you are a district chief executive, I want you to ask yourself the question, what is your job and what is your use in being where you are? If the internally generated fund that you're supposed to get to do your job, you just don't do it. That's what it is. So can we look at how to stop all of that? And I'd like to remind the Auditor General that we are tired of repeating to your hearing that you have awesome powers in the law to do disallowances and do surcharges. And Occupy Ghana has thrown a challenge to you that just make sure that you prosecute one person, or not prosecute, but use this power against one person. You do disallowance or you do a surcharge against one person, and let's see if things will not change. Auditor General's Department, I think we are tired with the repetition of your warnings, your cautions, and indictment of public officers. Use the powers given to you by the law and crack the whip. It's as simple as that. And Honorable Finance Minister and the Cabinet, can we look at not just giving money to district assemblies because they deserve it or that the law says they should be giving it? Can we come to a point when, if you have not been able to collect a certain percentage of your internal generated fund, you should not be giving the district assembly common fund? I think it may help. Thank you very much. So, well, I just will have to go ahead and introduce my guests who are seated, and I could start with them whilst the rest of them take their seat. And this morning, we'll have, as always, Abdul Malik Kweku Bako. He's editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide newspaper. I see him standing, and although his bag of books and papers intercepted, even though he's against the interception bill, he's been intercepting all sorts of documents. People's communication, isn't that what it is? His books are here, but he's standing there getting ready to take his seat. He will be with us. Dr. Jemima Nunu is a lecturer, business school at the GIMPA. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good to have you. Well, also standing with Abdul Malik is Esla Owusu Kafo, Member of Parliament for Ablekuma West constituency.
Right here.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Mona who was sitting by me. I didn't lift my head. Forgive me. Good morning and welcome. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you, Sam.
Great to have you. And standing by Abdul Malik Rada is Mona Helen Korte, Deputy Minister of Finance, and they are helping us to do the discussion this morning. Thank you very much.